time it is. Peace out. Yeah, welcome to 62 to Freedom. It's build day 57. And, you know, a subscriber got me thinking about the plans a little bit more. A couple subscribers did. And so I got to looking at them, and then the builder voiced a concern, and I looked at the plan, and I just feel like it needs one more column for support. And also I'm gonna talk to the builder about making sure that, like one of my subscribers said, it's a goat stairs. You know, it's a stair for a mountain goat. It's like my house is now, man. I was like, it's the same as this this cliff I got to come down. You seen the angle of that? I got to come down that, and my house stairs are just that same angle. It's like the run and the rise are not good, so I'd rather have like 11 or 12 inch run and a 6.5 inch rise. And he pointed that out to me, and I'm going to make sure that happens because I'm not getting any younger, and it bothers me now climbing, you know, it's more than 45 degrees. I think it's about, you know, it's about, I don't know what degree it is. It's too much. It's too much. I'm gonna reduce that by about 15 degrees. That'd be great. And it's like the stairs at where I live now. If you step straight down, your heel hits on the back of the, either that or you're stepping right on the edge of the step and taking a big chance, because that's such a steep, chances are you're gonna get seriously hurt if you fall down them stairs too, because it's not like stairs you think of in America. They're like way steeper. And the back of your heel's hitting, so you gotta kind of turn sideways to get your foot sideways, because the run is not far enough. The run is the same as the, anyway, they basically had to do that because the place is so small, but I don't have to do it here, so I'm not going to. Anyway, welcome my new subscribers to the channel. Look how, man, look at my pool today. Look at my pool. Lordy have mercy. Wow, look how clear that is out there. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a little bit of foam floating right there, but most of that white you see out there is rocks. River rocks. So that shows you how clear that water is. Wow, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful day in the barangay. Won't you be mine? All of the time. Wow. That looks like it's gonna, you know, there's some potential for rain. Look at them clouds. You know, it's not looking like rain right now, but it's in the forecast. I hope it can hold off, because I'm gonna ask him that he needs some more tarps in case they get caught again. You know, we got caught in build day 55 in the rain, and had to wait for a sprinkle. And then it wasn't really enough tarp, so we used some banana leaves to cover everything, and tarp, but the guys got exposed to heavy rain and got cold and everything, so, you know, yeah. I got cold going home with my motorcycle, cause you know why, they had to work in the rain Saturday. I was right there with them, you know. I didn't get in their way because they were going like triple time, trying to get the concrete poured, keep it covered, keep the pad covered, and keep the place where they're pouring covered, but they didn't worry about themselves. So they got wet, so I stood right there in the rain with them. You know, I'm not the kind of boss that's gonna sit over in the truck and watch people work. Like I said, I didn't work with them, but I didn't try to stand out of the rain either. So that's how I feel about it. That's how I'm gonna roll. That's how I am. So I'm gonna be me. Yeah, nothing against the guy sitting in the truck, you know. You probably put your time in, but and so did I. I'd just rather be in the fight. So it's a battle to get something done sometimes, and I'd rather be in it with the guys because they work so hard. You know, if they didn't work like they work, I might not do that. But hey, them guys put forth some good effort. Look, they just only started. It's like 7:45. Look, they're all over it. They're not making breakfast or drinking coffee. No. All of them are working. There's one guy absent today, so it's all right. His farm, they gotta work on the farm when it rains a lot like that, so. All right. So the changes, the extra support is gonna come here. As you see this beam all the way across here in the span, and the builder brought it to my attention that he's not comfortable with that span with no support from a column. So I looked at it, and you know, you can see this beam here, it's less span here than here. So, and he builds all the time, so it's just his instinct that we need one column in the middle of this. That's a long beam right there, all the way across the house. And so I'm gonna say yes to one more column right there. So we're gonna have to dig that and put that in there before we pour that beam. So if he's not comfortable, you know, I'm gonna be thinking about that the whole time I'm living there. You know, is the house gonna, you know, I'd rather have, you know, a little bit over than, even if it's over. And it does seem to be a big span for a beam. I don't know, maybe one of y'all can check that out. You know, you can see that the beam goes across there in the middle of the screen all the way to the other side of the house with no column support. But you know, that's the way the engineer drew it. So the engineer, you know, they said we could add, the engineer said we could add more support, don't subtract that. So that's what I'm gonna feel comfortable with, and so that's what I'm gonna do. And the builder, he likes the idea of putting one more column. It's not gonna hurt. It's gonna cost more though. That's the thing, but I ain't gonna worry about one column. The safety of that whole house depends on this base. You know, you gotta have a strong base, so I want one more column right there, right in the middle. This is the beam that I was just showing you on the print that doesn't have any support from a beam all the way to the other side of the house. As you see, the only thing is connections with other beams. And this beam going from that column is not even in line with that column right there. Even though it's probably pretty strong right there, the columns are close together. But I'm not comfortable with this long beam all the way across there. I don't know. I don't like the idea of it. So right here in the middle, right here where they got the beam supported with this, because it was sagging like crazy. beam, column right here. So that's how it's going to be. It's an extra expense, and we got to dig right here. So we had to dig that banana tree up anyway, so it is what it is. Hey, good morning. Ride my motorcycle back home and get the car, find some drinks, and well, I'll probably find the drinks on my motorcycle, save gas, and then I'll go home, get the car, go get the drinks, bring them here, and return these bottles back. Yeah, that paid for itself. It makes a lot of noise, but it's the sound of saving money. You know, I talked about the renting and that. I think it just went up from $500, 500 pesos to 1,000 a day. So 1,000 pesos a day, that's approximately 20 bucks, roughly. But I'm gonna need it on every pad. And I knew that it was gonna be a big savings because just the pads alone, it was gonna cost a lot. And it saved a lot of money in just doing the beams and the columns and everything too. So it saved time. Time is money. And it saved my ground because, you know, there's going to be pads of concrete all over the place. Because wherever they move, they got to put a new one. Which there's 2 in the yard now, but now they just poured in an old form. You know, the edges are 2x2s around the edges, and the form just holds the concrete in there, and they rinse that thing off thoroughly and scrape it with the shovel at the end of every day to make sure they got a good surface. So it's kind of, that cloud is throwing a dark. Then it don't look like it did earlier. It already changed some. Yeah, some dark clouds and some blue sky, and the rain comes from that way, so it's looking good. So this is a different place, a ring beach. I don't know why it's called a ring beach. A ring beach. So we're just checking it out because I think that house right there is where Bill lives, a guy that I just met from Montana. I think he lives right there. You know, my wife got the directions from his wife. So anyway, they said a blue house, and that's a blue house right there. Anyway, it was calmer than this morning. Ring Beach. I guess because maybe there's a ring right there. Stonehenge of Ring Beach.